Hi everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this card. So I'm calling this a 5x7 winged pop-up diamond card. So this was inspired by, as some of you will have known, I did this in a live stream recently, and this was a very quick lastminute.com kind of a make, and it was inspired from my pop-up double diamond, well I think it was a pop-up diamond actually, pop-up diamond card that I made about 3 years ago, I think it was, after a request that I had. And so I thought, right, let's see if we can do it as a double, and let's see if we can make it a 5x7, make sure it folds flat, all the good things we like. So this is what I've made. So as you can see, what happens is it folds flat like that. I mean, it's got a little bit of bulk just because of foam pads and silicone glue and stuff that I've added, but you could ultimately make this flatter. On the back you have space to write. If you want to make both of these panels white, you could. And so that is the card. Also, if you wanted to on the back, thinking about it now, you could just make one of these panels, extend it with a piece of base so it's actually 5x7, just stick it on one side, so then the other one folds inside it. So you could do that, but yeah, I've just kept it like that because I don't really write a whole load. The papers that I've used on this are my Pansy Petals paper pad, all the P's. And this is available as a digital kit over on DRK Crafts. It's also available as a PDF digital kit on in my Ko-fi shop. Or if you'd rather have the actual physical paper pads, I've got an A4 and an 8.5 by 8.5, and these are available on Amazon. So you can go and check those out. And they do come with all the little bits you can cut out and the sentiments and whatever. So this is the card we are doing today. So let's get into it. Okay, to start off, you're going to need a base card that is 7x9, and along the long edge, you're going to score at 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, and 6.5. And then you also need 2 little pieces. Now these can change in height. I've done mine as kind of 1.5 by 2. But if you've got offcuts, as long as you've got the 2-inch, the height can change. You just don't want to go too high because you want to be able to stick them behind your diamonds. But you also don't want to go too small, otherwise your diamonds are going to be a bit floppy. So you just want to kind of, judge it. And then these are going to be scored at 1/2 inch, at 1, and at 1.5, obviously along the 2-inch edge. And you're going to score both of them. Okay, so on your base card, we're just going to go ahead, I'm going to fold it first and then we'll decorate. So you want to go with a valley, mountain, mountain, valley. So you should end up with that, hopefully. Okay, so now's the best time to decorate it. Now, these 2 edges here, I haven't actually cut anything out to decorate those with. I've left them as just the base card. If you want to decorate them, you can, but you end up needing a mat that's 1 inch by 6 3/4, and a pattern that is 1/2 inch wide by 6.5, and that's just a little too thin. If you want to go with an 1/8 inch border rather than a smaller border, then you can just take it down by an 1/8 rather than the 1/4. But yeah, I decided to just go with that. So you are going to need in total 4 pieces of mat that are 2.25 by 6 3/4, and then you're going to need 2 or 3 pieces of pattern that are 2 inch by 6.5. And the reason I say that is, as I said before, on the back, if you want both of those back panels to be white, then you only need 2 pieces of pattern. But if you only want 1 piece of white, then you need 3 pieces of pattern. Okay, and then you need 1 white piece that is 2 by 6.5. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick these 4 panels down. Right, so when you've done that, you've got that on the back, and then on the front you've got that. So then we need to sort out this middle piece here. So you need 1 piece that's 1 3/4 by 6 3/4 for your mat, and your pattern is 1 piece that is 1.5 by 6.5. So that's going to go on there like that. Okay, so you should end up hopefully with that, and hopefully if you've folded it right, these should fold down and meet in the middle. There shouldn't be any overlap there, so hopefully that's the case for you. Now, one thing that I think we need to do next is do the top and the bottom of our diamonds. So in total, and I'm going to do this slightly different to how I did this on the live stream. So on the live stream I had 4 squares that were all the same, but I've since realised that actually if I make one of the squares slightly bigger, it does help matters. So you're going to need, if you want to do it this way around, so you're going to need 3 squares of base card that are 2.5 by 2.5, 3 mats that are 2.25 by 2.25, and 3 patterns that are 2 by 2. And what we're going to do is these are going to go, you have one at the top there, and need to make sure it is straight. You're going to have one at the bottom here. Again, make sure it's straight, and then this one will go in the middle there, but we're not going to put that one on just yet. So what we're going to do, I think, is I'm just going to make a little tiny mark at the top and also at the bottom, so I know where my halfway mark is. You don't have to do this, you can eye it if you want to, but I do want to get it right. Actually, that where I've put it there is about right, so yeah, there's about right. So let's just make a little mark there. That one's okay. And then here I'm also going to make a little mark halfway, and actually where I've got it is about right, so that's fine. And at the top, let's do another one. Now these little marks that I'm making, you should be able to cover up with your diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these down. I'm going to use a little bit of silicone gel, silicone glue, whatever you call it, just because I kind of don't want them completely flat, but I don't want them sticking up too much. And by turning my diamond over, I can then see where the glue needs to go. Don't do what I did on one of my cards and glue these edges, because then you're going to have problems. So we're going to glue that in like that, making sure that the bottom is definitely halfway, and making sure this is halfway, which it is. Fabulous. And then we're going to do the same with the top one. So I'm just going to turn this over. Now I'm just going to be really finicky and make sure that my little dots are kind of in the same kind of pattern. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just being extra. Right, so you should end up hopefully with that. And I'm just going to leave that to dry for a second while it'll take more than just a second, but we'll leave it to go off a little bit. So we're going to take our little rectangles that we scored, and we're going to mountain fold all of these rectangles. So next we're going to go ahead and we are going to put red tape. You can use wet glue if you want. We're going to put red tape onto 3 of these sections out of the 4. So what you want to do is definitely the 2 outside, and then pick one of the middle ones. So you don't want to do it on all 4. You could do like tape, tape, miss one, tape. But just make sure that you have one, and it's not an outside one. Make sure the 2 outsides are done, and then one of the middles is free of tape. And you can do that on both pieces. So once you've done that, you should end up with 2 pieces that have tape on them apart from one section. So what we're going to do now is take one of these pieces and we're going to turn it round. I'm going to do the right hand side. We're going to turn it round so you've got tape, tape, nothing, tape from left to right. I'm going to take off the backing of the back section, so the right hand side. So with it like that, I'm going to take the backing off this one. You can take it off partially if you want, but there's so little on there, it's a bit difficult. And then we're going to take the card, and what's going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. This is the cut edge, this is the folded, halfway folded edge. I'm going to hold it, I'm going to take my card, I need to angle it slightly so I can see, but basically it's going to go here, and we're going to stick it flat down so that it goes right into that corner, and so this sticky bit sticks right in that edge there. So I'm just going to hold this up to make sure I get it like pretty much halfway. So it's going to be about, you can measure it if you want to, but I'm going to go for about there. Okay, so you end up with that. So it's literally just stuck on one section, okay, and then you've got that, the next section along is the one that doesn't have the tape on it, and then you've got these two ones nearest to you. And then we're going to fold it back down, and we're going to take off the very end one. So leave this one on, but you can take that very end one next to the cut edge, you can take the backing off that, and then you're going to concertina this down onto that sticky bit. And what happens is you make your little box. Okay, so it makes your little box. And then what we can do is do the same on the other side. Now, just for ease, I'm going to turn mine round because I find it's easier to work on this side. And it also means that I remember that my, this needs to be exactly the same way again. So we're going to take the backing off of that side there. That's, you've got tape, then nothing. Going to fold it halfway along the halfway line. Hold it with the folded edge facing to the right, the cut edge facing to the left, and now we've got something to line it up to. So you want to just eye it and get it in there so it's sort of pretty much halfway. It doesn't have to be, if it's just like a couple of millimeters out, it's not the end of the world, but you want it pretty much there. And then you've got this again, so it's literally only stuck in one place, and if you look at the back of it, you've got a section stuck to the card, then a section with no tape, and then two that do have tape. And again, we're going to take the tape off this end section by the cut edge. Take that tape off, the backing off, fold the whole thing flat, and again just slide that over to one side like that, and then there's your two little boxes on your card. Right, so next, before we stick this final one onto here, like that, before we do that, we need to really do these two. So what I suggest you do, so when I did my live stream, I actually cut out 5 squares in total. But as I said just a few minutes ago, you want 3, and then this one needs to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the base, 2.5 by 2.5 for the mat, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 for the pattern. And what I've done is I've stuck them all down, and then I'm simply going to slice it in half diagonally. Okay, if you want a border, you can faff around doing it slightly differently so you get a border, but I just think, you know what, you're not going to see where the border is, because you've got decorations, you've got a triangle, a diamond over the top of it. It's just not worth the extra bother. It really isn't. So I'm making sure that my little design goes the right way, and I am then going to cut it in half diagonally. Right, so you should end up with that. So now I'm going to take the backing off of the little step and take my right hand one, and that is going to go here. And again, we just want to make sure that this point is in line with these points and will eventually be in line with the other point, and obviously that's all ultimately halfway. So I'm just going to angle it up slightly. Again, if you want to actually measure it, you can, but I'm going to just eye it and hope for the best, I think. So then let's turn this round again, and we're going to do the same on this side. Okay, so that's what you should end up with. Now, if you want to stop there, you could and just put a greeting in the middle, but I quite like to go an extra part and to have this next one in. So as you can see, it kind of covers up. So where your border isn't there, it doesn't, you can't really see it. So I'm going to go ahead now and add, in fact, before we add that on, let's do our decoration, because I can kind of hold this into place. So on this one, we had a whole leaf gate discussion about what colour leaf we should use, because at the point when I did this, I didn't have a pansy die. I now have a pansy die because I went and got one and it came with its leaf. So now I know I have a pansy leaf. The only problem is it's only one way. It would be nice to have a mirror image one, but anyway, we will survive. We will just sort of stick it, coming out different ways. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead now and just add in these flowers either side, and also top and bottom, before we stick that one on, because that's going to have the greeting on it, but I really want to do the decoration first, because trying to stick pansies and flowers in underneath this could be a bit troublesome. So I'm going to leave that floating around and just kind of keep bringing it back in to make sure that, you know, it all looks fine. So I'm going to go ahead now and add in my pansies. Okay, so I went ahead and added on the pansies. I did record myself adding this bit on the front, but for some reason it didn't record. So this is the final thing. Obviously now it's all dry, so it's cool. It all folds down like that, and depending on how much silicone glue and stuff you put on, you can make it relatively flat for posting. But yeah, so there is the cards. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go and check out my papers as a digital kit on DRK Crafts. They're also available in my Ko-fi shop. Or if you want the paper pads, you can get that from Amazon. So all the links are in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I'll see you again next time. Bye!